Let's get some further analysis on this important issue. Laura Trajbad-Weisbich is a lecturer in Latin American Studies and the director of the Brazilian Studies program over at Oxford. Thank you very much for joining us here on the NewsHour. I don't think that there's anybody from the scientific community that's denying the importance of this critical ecosystem, the Amazon rainforest. It's no surprise that President da Silva is calling this a landmark gathering, but the fact that they're meeting under, the name is nice, the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization, I believe is the full name. It's been around for about half century, but it's only met 3 times before. I mean, is this the correct platform to push out this very important message?
Well, it's definitely a very legitimate one, because even though you're right, the organization has been, in a way, has been weak in terms of its capacities, its outreach, its mandate, but it's definitely the right locus for policy discussion, because it's an organization entirely devoted to Amazon-related issues. So in a way, I think we can flip the coin here and say, like, this is a political initiative to strengthen the political purchase of an existing organization and to make it more active and more meaningful in finding common solutions and regional solutions to the problem of degradation, deforestation, violence, and climate change in the Amazon region.
Laura, besides deforestation, which I think is probably the number one threat, there's also debate over drilling for oil, I believe, near the mouth of the Amazon River. I mean, Brazil is really weighing whether to develop a potentially huge offshore oil find here. And that has not only sparked fierce infighting within Lula's government, but we've also seen this point made by Colombia's president.
Yeah, I think you're touching in one of the kind of sensitive points about this this particular moment, because actually there is divergence between all the different countries, right? Brazil is not the only one that actually has the potential of drilling oil in the Amazon region. Other countries have, Guyana, Venezuela, Ecuador. So then there is actually a split between the kind of the ambition, the nature of the ambition of the commitments in terms of whether or not to openly, publicly pledge for, I mean, not only zero deforestation, but also zero coal and zero drilling in the Amazon. And I guess this is exactly the room, the kind of the policy issue that has to be discussed and then agreed upon, because countries can have different kind of individual commitments vis-a-vis this issue, but they have to find a common ground. And I mean, in terms of the ambitions, I guess the whole world is waiting for them to be bold and actually ambitious enough to say zero deforestation, but also zero drilling. But I understand, and this is a space for kind of reconciling both national development demands and regional aspiration of finding this common ground.
I mean, if these countries need to be bold and ambitious, I get that. I think if there's anything bold and ambitious, it has to be Lula da Silva's pledge of zero deforestation by 2030. Is that realistic in any way?
It's hard to say. I think it's very realistic to have countries already saying they're going to do it. The challenges are huge, and one has to be aware of the kind of the complexities of getting deforestation to zero right now. But we've seen, and I mean, on the more kind of promising side of it, we've seen that since the beginning of Lula's government, with political will and with renewed technical capacity and support from the kind of an interministerial, interagency coalition, the Brazilian government was actually able to reduce its deforestation rates in this first kind of 6-7 months of government. So in that sense, I think it's possible. And to be fair, the Brazilian government already showed the world and show its own society that it was capable of reducing deforestation when it wanted to. That was in the beginning of the 2000s. I do appreciate that the challenges are harder now. because the nature of deforestation is changing. We do have an overlap with illegal economies and violence, so it will be harder. But I think it's feasible. I think every single country is debating and fighting over what is the right way to do it, and how countries are actually going to solve this kind of deforestation puzzle. But I think it's feasible with political will and technical capacity. I think it's feasible.
Okay. Laura Tajbad Weissbisch, thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. I do appreciate it. Thank you.